We are neck deep in day one of Battle on the Bank 15 here at the Fairgrounds in Monroe, Washington. Woo! Tilted Thunder Roller Derby versus Los Angeles Derby Dolls, the All-Stars versus DDX. I'm Murray Grande and very happy to be joined by Scott Chicken.
Thank you, Murray. I'm very happy to be here. Love coming to Monroe because not only do you get great roller derby, but you also get to smell burnt tires from the racetrack next door. Nothing goes better with the barbecue outside than some dude doing burnouts.
As long as we keep,
they know what I'm talking about.
As long as we keep the derby roller in here and demolition out there.
Exactly. Should I read the Los Angeles Derby Dolls DDX roster, Murray?
Yes, please.
Would that be a good idea? All right. In black, your LADD DDX, number 11, Skeeve Jobs, 115, Sly Fox, 156, Horchata, 19, Ferris Bruiser, 3/5, Shock Me Amadeus, 305, Gandalf the Cray, 430, Oblivion Westwood, 5515, Baby V, 606, She Deviled Egg, 8008, Ruffy the Roller Slayer, 818, Valley Hurl, number 86, Alpaca Punch, 94, Gwen Lacey, and 9637, Jane Woe. They are coached by Diana Ross, Metallicile, and Sweet Home Alabama.
And in the red from Seattle, Washington, the Tilted Thunder Roller Derby All-Stars. 00, Elophobia. 02, Slam Masubi. 0727, Quaz in Trouble. 13, Creep Suzette. 19, Sleaze Whiz. 202, Venus Thirst Trap. 33, Savage Patch Kid. 313, Hawk Blocked. 428 degrees, Carne Aslada. Number 5, Sloan. Slaughterhouse, 5'1". 57, Scardu Valley. 59, Weird Barbie. And 712, Hannibal Lecture, coached by James Stanfield and Dope. Got one more game after this, which will be TXRD All-Star Army versus Sunshine City.
Just in time for the sun to actually try and come out.
This has been a great round-robin tournament so far. Remember, every game is for standings, and those standings will determine who plays in the championship and the third-place game on Sunday. In case of a tie, it will go down to points differentials. Did I tell you Bonnie Thunder saw my bloomers?
I heard about that. First off, I didn't know you had bloomers, but I'm glad you were wearing them.
Venus Thirst Trap jamming for Tilted Thunder.
That is number 19, Ferris Bruiser, jamming for LADD, DDX.
Great walls put up by both teams. Venus Thirst Trap pinched against the rail at turn 1. Ferris Bruiser just about the same thing. Taking some hits from Slaughterhouse, 5'1", shoulders from Carne Slaughter, gets through, lead jammer DDX.
But Venus Thirst Trap clears the pack, giving chase. As everyone rolls into turn 4-3, Ferris Bruiser cutting top to down, calls off the jam. 2 points. If I'm reading the fingers correctly.
Broadstar Media provides fiber to the door, multi-gig internet, and bulk video services to communities for over 40 years. One DDX skater in the penalty box. Baby V is wearing their star. Up against Slam Masubi for Tilted Thunder. And DDX gets the lead jammer.
Tilted picking up 1 point at the end of that last jam. Slam Masubi run up to the rail and back down and through.
Baby V already in scoring contention. Just boops right around. Creep Suzette calls off the jam. DDX extending their lead out 4 points. And Tilted Thunder 0.
4-3 in the pack. Weird Barbie jamming against Alpaca Punch. Alpaca Punch is finally through, but Weird Barbie right behind.
Clutch block there by Elaphobia, slowing Alpaca Punch down enough for Weird Barbie to escape the pack as well. Both jammers off to the race. Alpaca Punch comes in, passes at least one skater before calling off the jam. Tilted Thunder, no points that time around. And one extends out the DDX lead 7-1 with 12 minutes remaining in the first period.
Ooh, Jane Woe was ready, but no, pulled off for the jammer penalty. So I lay down a blocker and a jammer, which I believe would make this a power jam.
Power jam.
Now with extra power.
A lot of jostling for position. Getting ready for Sleazewiz to come in on this Tilted Thunder Power Jam number 19. Crawling along the rail, being stopped by 96-37 Jane Woo.
Sleazewiz through but tripped up. Slightly reabsorbed, but clear in a lead jammer.
A lot of clutch blocks there from Hannibal Lecture, helping open up the pack, allowing Sleazewiz to get out and in lead position for this Tilted Thunder Power Jam advantage.
Pack stretching out. Sleazewiz up the rail on the outside, trying to get through, but blocked out. As DDX holding strong in the pack. And Sleazewiz forced out of bounds, back up.
Jane Woe is a one-person four-wall out there, absolutely stymieing Tilted Thunder's Power Jam advantage. So 4 unanswered points, chips away at the DDX lead, who are up 7-5. Looks like we're trading off Power Jams and pack advantages.
10:30 to go in the first period. Valley Hurl set to jam for DDX. Jammer and 2 blockers in the penalty box for Tilted Thunder.
DDX has 3 in the pack, and they're all in Valley Hurl's rear view as the initial pass is completed by DDX.
Tilted trying to race forward. DDX catching Elaphobia. And that lets Valley Hurl catch back up. Jukes her on the front. Clears to complete the scoring pass.
Numbers advantage coming in strong for the DDX pack. Actually, it's 4-on-2. As Valley Hurl is coming in for a second scoring attempt, which is completed at the jam line.
Pack now back together. Had been spread well out. And time runs out on the jam.
2 grand slams, 10 points altogether. DDX 17, Tilted Thunder 5 with 9 minutes remaining in the first period. She Devil Egg versus Savage Patch Kid on the jam line. Both teams down 1 blocker, and DDX gets out first by just a few strides.
She Devil Egg racing around trying to catch up. DDX, beautiful job of isolating the blocker on the rail.
2 points LA and 3 points Tilted Thunder. Great last bit of effort there by Savage Patch Kid.
Just able to catch up. Again, group was doing a great job of isolating, but also not moving very quick. Let's the jam catch up.
Slamasubi and Gwen Lacey, the latter of whom gets through. Lead jammer DDX. Horchata had the clutch block to the infield on Slamasubi. Tilted Thunder still working on an initial pass.
Gwen Lacey up to the rail, slowed and stopped, now back down low.
Taken down by the 1-2 punch of Creep Suzette and Sloan coming into the backstretch, but the pack is spread out.
Just
Gwen Lacey gets through, scoring points.
Slamasubi still held up, trying to push forward. Now getting some room as the backward roll leads to a slide to the infield. Slam is here. Glenn Lacey completes the pass, calls off the jam.
Venus Nope. Low block called on Tilted Thunder's jammer, which means Baby V will have a DDX power jam.
Does have a skater advantage in the pack as the direction block penalty called on one of the DDX blockers.
Baby V untouched at the top apex, getting through. Lead jammer assessed in scoring contention. DDX have the goat trapped in the back, slowing down the pack, and Baby V gets through for a first scoring trip.
Hawk block being completely hawk blocked at the back of the pack. Pass one done. Baby V in for a second. Slowed by the wall, but finds a crack in the armor and able to break through.
Still a glacial pack coming into turn 3. Baby V goes down and up, collides into every single Tilted Thunder's blocker there in that front 3 wall.
Beautiful lateral movement. Heliphobia closing down the inside lane, has to give way. And a 15-point run. I can't do that math. We'll get you the score in a second. There it goes. Score is, they got to keep adding. 44-8. DDX in the lead with 5:41 to go. Announcer math does not add 15 in my head very easily.
We're used to working in 4s these days.
Exactly. Oh, like this extra point thing is throwing me off, throwing my flat track brain off, but I'm happy to have it.
Hannibal Lecture, lead jammer, Tilted Thunder. Alpaca Punch just a few strides behind. Tilted Thunder is up in the pack, 3 against DDX's 2.
The DDX trying to keep the pace going. And Hannibal Lecture, quick tap. Does grab 2 points. That will take Tilted to 10. That math I can do. Oh, except it was actually 3. I was looking at the wrong hand. See, I couldn't do that math at all.
Team timeout taken by the Tilted Thunder Roller Derby All-Stars. The sun's shining. It's a beautiful day. We're all having a great time at Battle on the Bank 15, and something I got to do for my home team that's locally 100% beloved, 100% effective. I can't wait to share with all of our visiting teams. It's called the patented Murray Grande Crowd Hype, and it goes like this. Something, something, something. Pander, pander, pander. Make some noise, everybody.
Always effective. 46-11, our current score. DDX in the lead with 5:08 to go in this first quarter/half because the game is short. If you're looking for some barbecue, it's just outside the door. Mark Smokehouse. Mark, also known in the Derby world as Refer Madness, got his first smoker for his 10th birthday, learned how to make beef jerky, sold it to kids at school during recess, and it's been a hobby ever since. And I'm sure there's more to that story, but there's Derby about to go on.
Derby can wait. We need to talk about meats.
I never bought smoked meat from a classmate. Clearly went to the wrong school.
Venus Thirst Trap and number 19, Ferris Bruiser, Where are the stars? Ladder of whom gets through? Lead jammer DDX. Slaughterhouse 5'1", throwing down the Gandalf. None shall pass.
But
for a hot second.
For a bit, yes. Ferris Bruiser finally clear. And rolling through.
Star pass made to Carne. Sato escapes the pack, but right behind that, Ferris Bruiser completes a second scoring pass, gets the jammer lap point, calls off the jam. And Big Los Angeles has issued a challenge. As it stands now, they have a blocker and a jammer penalty until the Thunder will be sitting a blocker. But to give thanks to Security Gate and Access. They protect your commercial and warehouse facilities. It's of paramount importance. Keeping your physical plant safe and you and your employees is a requirement these days. Employee vehicles are a prime target not only for the contents, but also catalytic converters. A security gate with access control and good fencing will help push potential intruders to a site where there's no security.
Hey, Beer Garden, if you're not interested in beer, they got cider as well, and I had some of it earlier. Born in Seattle and crafted in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle Cider Company makes bright, balanced ciders from real Washington apples. Never from concentrate, never overloaded with sugar, just clean, modern cider for beer drinkers, wine drinkers, and everyone in between. Seattle Cider Company was recently bought by Two Town Cider from Oregon that was founded on the belief that a long history of cider making demands respect and deserves to be done right. Check out both of them in the Beer Garden. The Honeycrisp apple is lovely, is my review. Bullhorn and Heidi are enjoying some. I just couldn't hear what it was. Because Bullhorn did not bring the actual bullhorn. Oh, thank you. All right. It's lovely is the report.
So the officiating crew has come to a conclusion on this LA official challenge. So the ruling on the track stands. LA has a failure to reform ×3. I thought that was a star. It was 3 separate penalties assessed to one skater.
Ooh.
And it's 4 penalties to be fouled out in these
Short
round robin games.
But we got 2 jammers. We got some blockers. And we are good to go. Good to go and off with Valley Hurl. Jamming for DDX and clear lead jammer.
Sleaze Whiz, one to beat, getting the screen behind Hannibal Lecture. And once again, getting swarmed by DDX skaters.
Yeah, Sly Fox just holding on to Sleaze Whiz, directing them out of bounds. Letting Valley Hurl get through with the points. Valley Hurl up the top, juking around, staying high the whole way around. Clears and calls off the jam.
Tilted Thunder scoreless still with 11 points.
An extra 10 for DDX will bring us to 66. With 3 minutes to go in the half. And a power jam for DDX. As a back block called on Sleeswitz.
Tilted Thunder pack at full strength. DDX down 1 blocker.
She Deviled Egg with the star for LADD DDX and is out and lead jammer.
Glacial pack at the top apex. She Deviled Egg comes in, takes a shoulder from Elaphobia, knocked down to the infield, right back up, resuming this first scoring pass.
She Deviled Egg stretches the pack far enough forward. They got to let him go. Clears to complete the scoring pass. Tilted Thunder speeding back up.
Tilted Thunder just absolutely off to the races.
You're playing runaway derby here.
The split pack slows him down a little bit. She Deviled Eggs now on a second scoring pass. Gets a little bit more on that pass. 7 altogether. 73-11 with a minute and a half remaining in the first period.
Slam Masubi back out to jam for Tilted Thunder.
Gwen Lacey for Los Angeles. DDX picked up 12 in that last jam. Also a blocker penalty while Tilted Thunder is at full strength, but that's not going to slow down Gwen Lacey one little bit.
No, indeed.
Picking up lead jammer.
Slam Masubi held, but now has room on the low to get through the pack, but Gwen Lacey just slicing through the pack. Taps the hips, calls off the jam. Surgical strike. And that will take us to 82-11.
Tilted Thunder again with a 4-3 blocker advantage, putting the star on Savage Patch Kid and Oblivion Westwood. First time jamming this game for LA Derby Dolls.
Put out first. Jamming for Tilted Thunder. Savage Patch Kid and forced to call off the jam.
Game clock is at 0, so this will be the last jam of the first half. Hannibal Lecture wearing the star for Tilted Thunder up against Ruffy the Roller Slayer.
And Ruffy is out first. Lead jammer DDX.
Hannibal Lecture escapes the pack on the backstretch. Both the jammers down in scoring intention. Ruffy comes rolling up and down and through. Calls off the jam. As we go to halftime, DDX extends their lead out 87 to Tilted Thunder's 11. 5-minute intermission. Grab some refreshments. Grab some Smirch. If you're in the beer garden,
smoked salts.
DJ Live.
One more half left in this game. One more game left in this day. Coming up next will be Texas Roller Derby All-Star Army versus Sunshine City Roller Derby. And I've got to say, I'm just going to start manifesting this. This is my 7th Battle on the Bank I've announced.
Uh-huh.
I love watching the TXRD skate. I want one exhibition game with Texas Thunderdome rules at a future Battle on the Bank. Please and thank you. Just one glorious June day in 2027. I want to be an honorary redcoat. So make sure to follow Tilted Thunder and all the teams on the various social medialities in your echo chamber of choice. We can see how seeding goes at the end of day one. Remember, we have our third place consolation final and our championships happening on Sunday. Seeding for that will be determined by win-loss records during the Friday and Saturday round robin games. And if there's a tie, it will come down to points differentials.
And what if there's a tie after that?
Then we'll go out to the judging arena.
All right.
And have to, the first one to wrangle a goat.
I was going to go hacky sack, but goat wrangling is probably more appropriate for the Monroe Fairgrounds.
That's more of an Olympia tiebreaker.
Yeah. Yes.
You'll probably see that in Bellingham tomorrow.
I'm sure there will be hacky sack in Bellingham tomorrow. Yes. Guaranteed.
Tilted Thunder has a jammer penalty. DDX has a blocker penalty.
So one blocker down, one jammer up. And that jammer, number 19 Ferris Bruiser for DDX. Held mid-pack. Oh, finding some room as the shirt whip goes awry. And Venus Thirst Trap ends up on the infield. Lead jammer on the power jam for Ferris Bruiser.
Ferris Bruiser now in scoring contention, slipping on by the back line. Caught behind Carney and slotted. Pack is extended out. Free trip granted. And scoring pass completed by DDX.
DDX holding on to Hawk blocked at the back of the pack. Is Ferris Bruiser back in for the second run? Trying low, nothing doing. Getting a little offensive assistance from Skeeve Jobs, but Skeeve slowing to let the pack catch up. Time runs out on the jam.
A lot of great blocking there by Elophobia as the jam came to an end.
I believe that was a 10-0 run. That'll take DDX to 96. Tilted held at 11.
One Tilted Thunder blocker being called off the track to join the two DDX blockers.
Hannibal Lecture jamming for Tilted Thunder, but out first, Oblivion Westwood, who is then passed up and then passed again.
Jammers neck and neck. Hannibal Lecture forcing the call off there right before any points could be scored. That did clear out the penalty box. We're going to have 4-on-4 in the pack, two jammers in the back.
She Deviled Egg jamming for DDX out first.
Savage Patch Kid caught behind the two wall, gets knocked to the inside, recycle all the way back around into that thick scrum.
She Deviled Egg going low, tripped up and ends up on the infield. Now back in play.
Savage Patch Kid completes Tilted Thunder's initial pass, and right behind that, She Deviled Egg gets through, calls off the jam, taking DDX to the century mark. $100-11, Los Angeles in the lead. Just under 12 minutes remaining in regulation.
Slam Masubi and Jane Woe, your jammers for this game. Jane Woe up the lane. Oh, cuts across the middle and slides out of bounds. But is out first and is lead jammer.
Slam Masubi also escapes the pack. Tilted Thunder does have a one blocker advantage, 4-on-3. Jane Woe now coming in for scoring contention. Calls off the jam from the Mason after being taken down by Scardu Valley.
One blocker down for DDX in the pack. Oblivion Westwood and Elophobia, your jammers for DDX and Tilted Thunder, respectively. And Oblivion Westwood clears. Quarter lap ahead of Elophobia.
Sly Fox held Elophobia back just by half a second, enough for Oblivion Westwood to get some headroom, hit the pack, call off the jam right away. Picking up a few more unanswered points, 4 to be exact.
Tilted Thunder giving up a blocker to the penalty box. Savage Patch Kid out to jam for Tilted Gwen Lacey. Wearing the star for LATT, but Savage Patch Kid is out first in his lead jammer.
DDX using their 4-on-3 pack advantage to speed up the pack. Savage Patch Kid comes in, calls off the jam. did not pass anyone before doing so. 0-0, still DDX 106, Tilted Thunder 11. Venus Thirst Trap jamming against Ferris Bruiser.
Ferris Bruiser out first, lead jammer, DDX. This Venus Thirst Trap forced out of bounds, now held at the back. And Ferris Bruiser is through. First scoring pass complete.
I swear, Jane Woe is completely unpassable.
It is significant woe, but the star pass is complete. Star now on the hat of Carnea Slaughter. And Ferris takes the points and rolls back to the bench.
You're taking a team timeout, courtesy of Los Angeles Derby Dolls.
That is just enough time. Murray, I noticed you yawning for a second because I know you've had a long day here. Perhaps you could use something from Cafe Ladro. They opened their doors on Upper Queen Anne in 1994, just a couple of steps away from a coffee giant. Bold move? We accepted the challenge, and the coffee thief was born, stealing hearts and taste buds with better beans, buttery pastries, and friendly baristas. Serving up ethically sourced coffee, warm smiles, and fresh treats that have made them a neighborhood favorite from day one. Cafe Ladro is currently selling a Tilted Thunder s'mores cookie that brings in $1 for each cookie to the league now through the end of June. Cafe Ladro, also the Tilted Thunder's unofficial office where the team gathers after most Sunday practices for committee meetings, admin work, and bonding over coffee and delicious pastries.
See, I like it because Cafe Ladro steals hearts, while the other company steals wages.
Yes. Exactly. What they don't tell you is after they've stolen the heart, they're mixing it in with the beans. That's what gives them the power.
Cafe Macchiato.
Exactly.
DDX down a blocker permanently. Now someone picking up their fourth penalty as objected. There is Oblivion Westwood, lead jammer for DDX, coming right out of turn 2. As Hannibal Lecture is caught in the pack, still working on Tilted Thunder's initial pass.
Sloan trying to open something for Hannibal Lecture, but not quite able. Now Hannibal able to pop through, giving chase of Oblivion Westwood. Scoring pass complete. And working in towards a second run.
Both jammers in scoring contention. Hannibal Lecture gets tripped up as Oblivion Westwood escapes the pack cleanly. That was LA's second scoring trip to the Thunder in the midst of their first, which is completed right there at turn 1.
Oblivion Westwood coming in on the third run. Starts high, stays high, and jam comes to a close. 4 points for Tilted Thunder, 11, I believe, for DDX.
Official timeout, aka the NSO Gun Show.
Those points does take us to 124-15 DDX over Tilted Thunder. 6:33 to go in the game. Our penultimate game of the evening, of the day.
Georgetown Brewing is Washington State's largest independent brewery and the maker of beloved local favorites like Manny's Pale Ale and Bodhisattva IPA. Known for brewing high-quality, community-focused craft beer, Georgetown Brewing has become a staple of the Pacific Northwest beer scene while remaining proudly independent and locally owned. Get all kinds of great Georgetown Brewing products over in the Beer Garden. We're a little bit longer tonight, most of the day tomorrow, and on Sunday. Power Jam Heliphobia.
Heliphobia with the Power Jam. And a slow-moving pack, but Heliphobia able to break through.
It is 4-on-4 in the pack, which is moving at an absolute glacial pace at turn one. Heliphobia now in scoring contention. Pinballs off a lot of black jerseys, keeps on skating forward and through, scoring past Tilted Thunder.
Heliphobia, second scoring pass in process. Out and able to sneak around 606 She Devil Egg. As we work towards the completion of one lap for the pack.
This is the third scoring attempt by Heliphobia. Being slowed down for a little bit, but keeps on blazing by as the jam clock comes to an end. 15-point power jam for Heliphobia. Doubles Tilted Thunder score up to 30 points.
But Heliphobia also picking up a penalty on that pass as Crepe Suzette pulled off the track.
Three in the pack. The Ferris Bruisers power jam.
And Ferris is through and out. And looking for points. The pack again slowing to a crawl. The Ferris Bruiser, just enough room on the rail. Able to slide around the outside.
DDX slowing down the pack. Ferris Bruiser now on a second scoring trip. Shades of Ozfest 2001. His body's hit the floor. Second scoring pass completed by DDX.
Oh, nice job closing the door by Sloan.
Ferris Bruiser recovers, gets around, completes a third scoring pass. And that's all we're going to get this time around. And people being whistled off the track.
So a 14-point run for DDX with the no pass, no point. Annex is verified with a thumbs up that the track is okay. 138-30 with 3:50-ish to go.
She Devil Leg jamming for DDX. Crepe Suzette, number 13 at Tilted Thunder OG. Wear the star for them.
She Devil Egg squeezing through the middle. Breaks out as lead jammer Crepe Suzette. Subtle whip and is almost free and now able to break out.
Where's Jimmy Fallon when you need him?
Right?
She Devil Leg now in scoring contention.
And breaks through with points.
Slam Masubi wearing the Tilted Thunder Star against 818 Valley Hurl.
Valley Hurl able to slide down and through. DDX one blocker shy in the pack. Slam Masubi clears the pack to complete the initial. As DDX is locked up a blocker at the back. Slam cuts the inside. The jam was called.
DDX 142, Tilted Thunder 30. Just under 2 minutes remain in regulation.
Elophobia jamming against Gwen Lacey.
Empty penalty box, 4-4 in the pack. Gwen Lacey puts them all in the rear view. Squeaking by Hannibal Lecture. Lead jammer DDX.
Elophobia able to cut through as well. Trying to chase down Gwen Lacey. Gwen chasing down the pack. Pack speeding up.
A lot of physicality as Gwen Lacey comes in the pack. Calls off the jam. Tilted Thunder did have a great job picking up the front position. Holding DDX scoreless. And with a minute remaining on the game clock, we got time for one more jam here in this game. Woo! They eventually got there. Savage Patch Kid and Valley Hurl wearing the stars.
And Valley Hurl swings around the outside to grab lead jammer.
Sly Fox with a clutch block. Jam is called off. That was a call off due to medical necessity. So we're going to take a brief moment to attend to skater safety, and we appreciate your patience.
Hey, we got time for one more jam.
And Hannibal Lecture getting it right off the jump. Lead jammer Tilted Thunder.
Ruffy the Roller Slayer jamming for DDX. Also clears of the pack. As we got 3-on-3 in said pack. The blocker for each side sitting a penalty. Hannibal Lecture clears through, calls off the jam. And that is 4 points up for Tilted Thunder. 1 point held up for DDX.
There is riding happening on the inside board. Penalty jam is in the cards. Well, I doubt it's going to happen, though. You see a Tilted Thunder penalty with DDX skating clean. Which means your winners of this game, Los Angeles Derby Dolls DDX.
Final score 144-34. And that wraps up the penultimate game of the day. Game number 8 coming up next. TXRD versus SCRD. It's all the RDs.